Should we meditate? No. Spirituality is for homosexuals and women. Is this a joke? I don't know. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Blood and soil, the moon and the sun, we know what we want and we know how to get it. Who is Krishna? Or a better question, what is Krishna? Because we don't want to personify non-persons. Language is a powerful tool. Use it correctly. So you could say, just as an example here, who is Donald Trump? But you would say, what is darkness? Get it? Because the most basic components of life have the simplest arrangement of letters to spell them. Why? Because we started learning in order of importance. Why is mommy our first word? Because mommy is our first God, literally as human babies and figuratively, but no less truly as baby humans, less evolved versions of us. At the dawn of time, Mother Earth was our God. Next came God the Father, the age of empires, and now the age of Horus, the eon of the child. Do you get it? My point is this. We are all children once the institutions that father us fall, which they have, will, and are. Stop drinking milk, start eating meat. The Beatles taught us transcendental meditation. But have you ever seen someone who meditates all day? I haven't, but I imagine that meditation is only half of the game. The Beatles taught us that we could learn to shut off the water faucet, which is the current of our minds, the astral current. They taught us to check out. And while we were gone, they built a dam. Behind it, the water sits, and in front it flows as commanded, and its energy is harnessed. Meditation gets us to the moon. Bashing heads in gets us to Mars, and the light of the sun shines through the hole in the sky. This is the symptom of the universe. The King of the Jews said, "Die to yourself to come to know me." This is what a cult leader says. An awakened one would say something closer to this. Every second you die. Every second you are born. Here are the blueprints. Build a dam. Control the flux of your mental state. Fall, rise, die, and become reborn each time closer to your goal. Simple math. We know what we want and we know how to get it. Love is the law, love under will, do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. What does that mean? It means take control of what you can and release control of what you can't. Sound familiar? That's the prayer that the AA tells addicts to repeat. Love is the law, the residing power to which we submit, but love under will, which implies conscious decision-making. And the third implies movement. 1, 2, 3, a mathematical formula in word form. Very easy. While I'm on this tangent, I would like to address what Alex Jones said about schizoids and dogs. He thinks it's crazy to think that dogs were sent by God. Or he used the term aliens. But what he doesn't want you to know is who your real God is. Or he doesn't know. Who's your God? What is the dog constellation? That's where he came from. And dog, from the perspective of the stars, is God. Spell it backwards. I think I asked a question earlier, but forgot to answer it. I got caught up in the words I was using instead of the message, but now let's answer it. Krishna is an archetype. So it is common among beings from the fourth, third, second, and first dimension. Krishna is the Son of man, and the Son of God. A star, the perfect being who we should all aspire to be, or those of us who accept that role. It's not for all, but it's not just for one. The eon of the child, the age of Horus, the god of death, or the god with 3 eyes? Osiris is the god of death. Horus is his son, who is the servant. Or who is the servant of Osiris? Rather, Anubis, the dog. This is not a game. Reality is fractal, which means that the components which compose it can be infinitely broken down and infinitely rebuilt, like Minecraft blocks or Legos. We only have a small set of tools through which we can cause change. Elon Musk is making flamethrowers, digging tunnels, and building electric cars. Henry Ford had electric cars a long time ago. Worms dig tunnels, and flamethrowers are for starting fires. What are we supposed to learn from this? That rocket ships are phallic, in essence? Is Elon Musk a homosexual? You know what they say about baseless accusations, but you also know what they say about the dark side of the moon. It's all dark. And if Elon won't start any fires, brighten up the room, then I'd be happy to. We are the janitorial crew, white blood cells, I guess, just cleaning up the mess, because you have to break things down before you can build them up. The Tower of Babel became Jacob's ladder. External awareness, internal awareness, external competence, internal competence. 1, 2, 3, 4, north, east, south, west. We already figured it out. Now, where do we go from here? Who builds the dam and who breaks them down? Casting the kingdom of man into darkness and cold. The orcs built them, the trees broke them, and the mountain sits and watches. The fog, on occasion, obstructs his vision as the fires of industry are quenched. And one more question. Why did Gandalf break the stone? For the exact opposite reason that Moses did. Look into it. Why did Moses feed his people with bread and tell them it was from God? Moses was God to them because they had not the mind of a child, and the keys to the kingdom were lost. This is why we go through the desert. We go through the desert on a horse with no name, because it's good to get out of the rain. You know what that means? That means shut off your brain. Why? So you can take it apart. Why? So you can put it back together. When the Buddha, also an incarnation of Hitler, I mean Krishna, the sun, so they say, when he sat under the tree, he made a choice. He told the universe that he would become enlightened or die. In other words, he sold his soul. In the universe, to use more specific imagery, not the universe, we can say he offered his soul to Osiris and Anubis, the god of the stars. Lady Liberty weighed his heart against his ego and allowed him to direct the flow of the current. Anubis allowed the universe to conspire to have the Buddha reach his goal. This is how we can accomplish what once took 30 lifetimes in one. This is the new age. Welcome to hell.